Hey y'all, what the fuck is up? It's Kreyz McKormik up in this motherfucking bitch. Currently I am on my way. I'm back home, by the way. Didn't get arrested, so that's a positive thing. But currently I'm on my way to go pick up my kids and shit, so it's all in the good. Everything actually was a lot better than I expected. And I think that we as the Juggalo community actually did show up in solidarity, in unity, and we fucking schooled that shit. Yeah, what's up, y'all? Let's see, yo, we got Mushu up in the chat, Tiny Ghetto Freak Show, Thor Master, I guess that's supposed to be it, Dust Nordaw, Static Beats, Spaz Out, and Becklin. Everybody up in there, fucking chilling up in the chat. Currently, I'm on my way to go pick up my kids from school. I literally just woke up like a half hour ago. What up, Sneaking Ace? So, I wanted to come up on here. What up, Evil Tracy? I wanted to come up on here and talk about the events of what happened and what went down. Yeah, I'm back to being grounded, Static, as far as I know. Sounds like me after work at nights. Oh, dude, my fucking voice is hoarse, man. Everybody that was there put in 150%, which is impossible for the original human being, but we're fucking juggalos and we give it our all. I have not heard anything about Hallowicked. The only thing that I know of for Hallowicked is that they're going to release the expansion for Into the Echo Side around that time. That's the only thing that I've heard about Halloween. Unfortunately, though, I'm not going to be able to attend because I got Rugrats, and they are going to be fucking doing trick-or-treating and shit. I'm going to be doing that for the next 18 years. I swear to God, the only way that I'm going to be able to go to a Halloween is if it's on a Sunday, because, you know, like, apparently people here don't really like Halloween being on Sunday, as if it's going to coincide with fucking church or something. I don't fucking know. Fuck them anyways. But I wanted to talk about everything that was going on with the march. Everything from the time that I got, you know, the time that I left home to the time that I got back. And I can only do it with a short period of time. Because, you know, once I pick up my kids and take them home, then, you know, there's going to be some shit that I'm going to have to do. Clean out my car and, you know, try to figure out things up at the house. Exactly, Joshua. Yeah, that's why we don't do fucking Halloween on Sundays in Grand Rapids. Oh, shit. Tracy's grounded. But, I'll tell you this. Getting to D.C. was no easy feat. 13 motherfucking hours driving from Grand Rapids to Washington, D.C. And I had to drive through the fucking twisty turns of the Appalachians. I tried to do everything that I could about driving around the turnpikes and shit, but the turnpikes just deemed too fucking expensive. Going through the Ohio Turnpike, the Pennsylvania Turnpike. The Pennsylvania Turnpike was going to end up being like $23 by the time I got to the end of it. I was like, what the fuck? No, fuck Pennsylvania and their turnpike. I don't care if that's how they are able to regulate shit and keep their streets nice and clean. Fuck them. Like that ain't how we do in Michigan. We don't fucking tolls for shit. And on top of that, I'm a juggalo, so I don't want to fucking pay shit for shit. So we got there, and there was some confusion at the hotel. Apparently my hotel name was under TJ's, Beastmaster's name, so we had to get things situated. I had to fucking go and talk to Sister Hatchet to clear things up, and then go back down to the room to fucking grab that, and then apparently there was nowhere to park, so we had no choice but to pay $40 a night in order to sit my car in the parking garage. DC knows how to fuck you. Then again, it's Washington, so nevertheless, this whole thing, free concert, my ass. Man, I had to pay out the ass in order to fucking be there. I was cool with paying for the hotel, but oh my god, parking. That fucking sucked. But I kicked it with Sister Hatchet, Mr. Mackinhose, and Beastmaster, and then later ended up coming Jinx and CPN and Maximum Overload. And we basically kicked it, fucking drinking Faygo, and which I provided the Faygo, and we just kicked it around the hotel until about 3 in the morning. That's when you guys started seeing live streams from like myself, TJ, and CPN. Mine, on the other hand, actually was the one where everybody was the loudest and most ruckus. That security from the building next door approached me and asked me to keep things calm. And I said, sorry, man, you know, like, everybody just got here. We're all excited about what's going on tomorrow. And, well, you know, I'll try to make sure that everybody keeps it down at a minimal level. Turns out the building next door was FEMA, as if they did anything helpful from what I hear. To be totally honest, I don't care either way. I was telling them the truth. We all just met, and we're all excited about tonight and tomorrow, and blah, blah, blah. So that I thought was pretty fresh. Joey, I have no idea. We said fuck the after party. Actually, CPN can't play nicely. No, CPN can't play Nickelback. Which, yeah, that was the next morning. TJ was making all the signs, and he ended up asking CPN, what do you think would be a funny sign for us to display around the march? And CPN ended up saying that he figured, yeah, can't, like, the FBI listens to Nickelback. And it just was the first thing that came off of his head. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Can't play Nickelback. He can't. Like, yeah. Child's Play Ninja? Yeah, CPN. Or could be either Child's Play Ninja or can't play Nickelback. But that was the one thing that CPN ended up putting up. He's like, the FBI can't listen to the FBI listens to Nickelback. Which it was funny, and it turned out that that was the biggest fucking, one of the biggest fucking signs that were out there next to, grab him by the posse. Yeah, dude, I'm been seriously trying to fucking throw that hashtag around. Chuck takes a big L indeed. Yeah, he decided, I guess, that going to a fucking hash bash was more important than him being a fucking juggalo and being labeled as a gang. Which is funny anyways, because everybody was token down anyways. Fucking, yeah, there were actually ninjas that, I guess, that actually were fucking token down at the National Mall. But the funniest thing about the whole situation, when we got to the National Mall, like, we were expecting cops and shit to be fucking floating around everywhere, and there was nobody. Like, they actually got the military police surrounding the National Mall, and then they had, like, one cop standing in front of the fucking pro-Trump rally. Which was funny, actually, because they were trying to tell us that it wasn't going to be a big pro-Trump rally or anything like that. And when we actually saw the rally, they had this big giant float with letters that read Trump on it. And yeah, maximum overload, dude. My girlfriend's fucking legs and back and hips are all fucked up from sitting in a car for 13 hours. And it was a 13-hour drive back too on top of it. It was just sheer insanity. What up, Tarantula? And, dude, let's see. Oh, you guys, Maximum, you guys are in Arkansas now? We were wondering if you guys, like, just said fuck it and got a hotel when we saw your live stream last night. That float is from Livonia. Yeah, Clementown. Yeah, Clemtown Low. Yeah, I agree. He does actually fucking live off of hate. Actually, the hate, I think, is just a way for him to try to spin it so that way he doesn't receive an L. But let's face it, he's part of Team No Show. So he got the big fucking L. See, we're not stopping until Texas again. Just remember, Maximum, no coonery in Texas. Now, what do I care? Fucking coonery in Texas. I don't give a shit. We told you guys no to coonery in Texas, and you did coonery in Texas anyways. Bruh. So yeah, I honestly gotta say, man, mad shout out goes out to Maximum Overload. That dude fucking helped take care of all of us. That dude fucking put it down harder than anybody, I think, in the entire group that we were chilling with. And hold on a second, I'm gonna have to fucking go and grab my kids. Come on, we're traveling. Put on my hat because I look like fucking greasy. We're about to infiltrate a Christian school. It's gonna be fun. So anyways, yeah, so we ended up getting a bunch of blowback, positive blowback from the news, man. There was all sorts of media news and stuff going on. Like Spin Magazine was there, and Rolling Stone, Washington, Huffington. I'm surprised that The Onion wasn't there. Don't burst into flames. Nah, dude. Like, no, dude, I've been baptized, so I've got a good coating. It was a scare. It was a plot. That was my plot twist. Get baptized so I can enter Christian schools. Let's see. I think that's my kids' stuff. I don't have the shield. Let's see, where are these kids? Hi. 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 Are my kids in there? Who's Elizabeth and Connor?
They're outside.
Oh, they are?
We had a meeting on them, eh? On Connor?
Hmm?
Yeah. The public school person, Deb Foster, came up with some ideas. She said, if I can update you, she said that chart that we're using, that if he's on green, if he gets 5 greens out of 8 or whatever, that's a great thing. She said it's great that he can wait a whole hour. She said you might have to divide it into half hours, but this is working great for him. Yeah, she's very impressed. And there's a couple things she's going to get for us. But his reward, or it works nice for him, if you go into my room, and he's done that all last year, so now I need some signatures from you, okay? Yeah, and Kara will update you too with what we talked about in the meeting.
Okay.
She'll email you. Yeah. So he has an envelope, and it's great. Have you seen my room?
Uh-huh.
You have. That she said several times, this Deb Foster said several times that trampoline is a great thing for him. She said you should maybe even increase his time on that, just because that way he can, and he comes at 1:30ish, which is just when he has a hard time. He loves the swing as well. Comforting, it calms him down again, and then he goes back to the classroom.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, and I tried to do computer games, learning puzzles, and everything like that for him. So if you can sign those things, okay?
Yeah.
That would be awesome. He has it in his in an envelope in his bag.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And he needs to be complimented. He's doing super well. I mean, he's got rough times, but
Yeah.
he's doing really well.
So he's out in the back?
Yep. All right. Thank you then.
No problem. Thank you.
Great, you're welcome.
Oh, Static. You trolled Fair too hard. We're like to fuck from Tennessee. Doing all right. Let's see. No, he just like, okay, yeah, he saw his dad. Now he's just going to go ahead and go right into the sandbox. I have no idea. Let's see. Connor. 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 Come on. Let's try to find your sister. Oh, there she is. What up, Bobo? What up? Hi. I know, I missed you too. Everything went good. I'll explain more when we get in the car. What?
I noticed I left my homework at Grandma's.
All right. We'll just stop. Connor, come on. Let's just go. Let's get your stuff. Let's get in the car and let's head out.
When I left with Grandma one day, Katie said that she had something from Wheatland for Grandma or something.
I think maybe.
Or maybe for me or something.
Oh,
There's the Gaga ball pit.
I see that. You guys have fun over the weekend?
Uh-huh.
Good. So, I don't know if this door's open or not. Oh, okay, you got it.
Don't forget to grab your stuff, guys.
I won't.
All right.
I wouldn't say it, but no.
I'm abandoning the chat.
Taco Bell big class. I'm right here.
All right.
I'm
Sweet.
a taco.
You're a taco.
I'm yummy. I'm a yummy little taco. Mm. I shall have cheese and sprinkles.
Oh man, sorry y'all. Yeah, that's how I roll. Blowing out speakers. Oh man. And I'm telling you this, like that trip back was that's the sound of my children. Like, I don't know which one that. Like, there was a lot that went on.
Daddy.
How is Amanda doing?
A lot better now. Did she share with you? No, she didn't share the status.
Daddy.
Status for your mother-in-law? Yes. So, when they did all of the tests.
Oh, that was the L theme from Death Note. Somebody was trying to call me. I was like, I've got more important Juggalo-related news going on than talking to a debt collector. I already talked to one, and my voice is still hoarse from the weekend. Yeah, I got a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old, and I got a 1.5-year-old, and they're all loud.
1.5, guys, not 1.
Mm.
Bye, Daddy.
If you round it down to the nearest whole number, then he's one.
Actually 2.5.
No, he's not.
Not 2 yet.
No, because 2.5 is more than 2. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Okay. Daddy, do you like it? I'm going to whap you. Oh, can I whap you? Bye, Ellie.
Dude, they've got a fountain that dispenses Twizzler tears.
I want to be signed up for basketball.
You do?
Can I be signed up too? Can I be signed up to basketball? My friend Clark is doing basketball.
Oh, yeah.
My friend Amaya is doing basketball.
Yeah.
And I also want to do piano.
Dude, there's a lot that you want to do.
I know. There's piano here. There's basketball.
She wants to play on the
here.
piano.
Can I do basketball? Katie.
Well, I don't know. Guys, don't ask me too many questions. I literally woke up at like 3:30 this afternoon, and I had a very long weekend. See all those bugs? Yeah, that's from like 7 different states. Yeah. I drove all the way across the country to go to that march. Remember? And it was insane. Okay.
What bugs?
All the ones that were on the front of my car. Ugh. Here, just throw the stuff up that you can on the floor. Give me this chicken.
I'm squished. Ah!
And give me this Fago.
I'm squished.
That's Katie's. Give me these chips. Oh, man. That's funny. Twizzler Tears dispenser in the school. What?
I'm supposed to rub this chair Thank you.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, we went all out going to that march. Don't mind all the stuff on the floor. I'm planning on picking it up later anyways. Anywho. Now, there was one thing that I actually wanted to talk about. Mainly. And I was going to do an actual video about this, but it is on my mind. And since somebody brought up Chuck having an L, there was somebody else that ended up making a video on YouTube talking about the march and their disgust and everything that fucking happened at the march. And that was Sid Jones. Now apparently Sid is a Nickelback fan, so that's why he was all fucking buttered about at the march. I ended up watching his video. I'm not even going to bother putting a link in the description as of right now or even after post. You know, I'm not even going to bother putting it in there because it's, well, for anybody who actually showed support, is not worth watching this from. What?
Can we have some chips?
If you want. Don't make a mess, though. Now, the first thing that he ended up mentioning was the fact that somebody quoted "Show me your butthole," which personally I have to say that I take very good pride in being that person that said it. If you read the Washington Post, it said somebody then somewhere says "Show me your butthole." That was me. Me and Mac fucking went through the entire march talking about how we needed to make buttholes matter again, and make buttholes great again, all that shit. This is what happens when you have Mr. McInhose and he's got a megaphone in his hand. And you give a microphone to somebody that's completely and utterly unfiltered. You're about to get ready to make great for a good time. And me, on the other hand, the reason why I said that shit, the reason why I ended up saying "show me your butthole" was because there was a picture of this nurse and there was this chick wearing red short shorts. And she was like on her knees, hands and knees, fucking twerking. And they were just posing for a photo. And as they were posing for the photo, it just caught my eye. And that was the first thing that came out of my head was "show me your butthole." And the chick is just like, she just looks at us and she's just like, "I'm a nurse," and blah, blah, blah. Like explaining that that's what she does for real. That's her real job, that she's a fucking nurse. And, I ended up saying, well, can you show us how to OB-GYN? You've got a chick right there. Show us how to OB-GYN. You know, something like that. McKormik said something else at the same time. I don't remember what. And that was the thing that I actually wanted to talk about too, Flannel. Talking about like the you know, far right, alt right, whatever. It doesn't matter. But watching Sid Jones's video, and he was in complete and utter disgust because apparently he's been to Occupy Wall Street, so he, I guess, is the master of everything that is protests. And he ended up saying that he was actually glad that he didn't fucking show. In all honesty, I'm glad that he fucked up when it concerned setting his vacation schedule. Because I was his ride. I was going to be the one that was going to take him to the march. And it wouldn't have mattered if he was there or not. I would have told that girl to show me her butthole anyways. You know why though? I've never been to a protest. I can guarantee you that the 1,500 plus juggalos that were at the march have never been to a march or a protest or a rally of that kind. Not a whole lot of us have really been to Washington before. And that was the fact. None of us know what we're supposed to fucking do. So we decided that we, as a whole, in solidarity and unity, that we were going to fucking do this shit the way that we know best, and that is to be ourselves, to show the fucking world that this is the way that we express our freedom of speech, this is our freedom of assembly, and we are going to do it the way that we want to do it, and this is our freedoms of expression, dressing up in makeup and being ourselves, rather than braying it up with the rest of the sheep, which, by the way, Sid, would have been exactly the same way that everybody else does shit if we braided up to the sheep and protested in a fashion that was suitable for you. Did that not fucking come out, fool? Did that not fucking register in your head at all, whatso-fucking-ever? We're different than everybody else. We're an apolitical group. We're not far left. We're not alt-right in unity. We all have our different views and opinions on politics. Personally, I don't care about politics, and there's a lot of juggalos that really don't, because, and to be totally honest, it doesn't matter. And we would have had absolutely no problem having both Antifa and the pro-Trump rally showing us our rights, because this is the rights of Americans. And this is exactly the shit that was going on. Now, motherfuckers that didn't go to the march don't understand. And I know that there are some juggalos out there who weren't able to go to the march as much as they wanted to, and they really wanted to be there but couldn't because of certain situations. And then you've got people like Sid Jones and Chuck Reeves that are actually going to sit there and bitch about everything that's going on, as if they know what the fuck is going on. And those are the motherfuckers that didn't see the type of shit that was going on off camera. That didn't see what was going on in. And I mean that all of these press release places were fucking saying in their press. Let me explain something to you, motherfucker. On the way to the National Mall, we ended up bumping into me and Maximum Overload. You can fucking co-sign on this, because he was there, and so was Mac and Hose. CPN and everybody else ended up fucking continuing walking and shit. I was holding back for Maximum Overload because he was, you know, he was getting pretty winded just walking to the fucking Lincoln Memorial. So we're straggling behind, and we're over at the fucking Washington Monument, across of the reflecting pool from the Lincoln Memorial. And there were two old Indian people, and they have been wondering, what is going on with all of this. And Mac and Hose and Maximum Overload are fucking explaining to them the whole thing about the march, how it came about. And there was an old lady that was asking me about everything. And I ended up explaining to her in intricate detail and articulated everything that was going on. What I'm telling you guys is that on the way to the fucking march, on the way to the stage that they set in front of the fucking Lincoln Memorial, we were educating people about what's going on. We were telling everybody that asked us what we were going for, what was going on. And in all seriousness, we were 100% serious, educating people about what's going on at the march, why we're marching, why, like, the fact that the FBI labeled us wrongfully as a gang. And we were explaining it to everybody that came across our way on the way to the march. Anybody that asked us. You don't see that on the news. You don't see that in the newspapers. Yeah, all you're going to see is the negativity that was going on, or what you think is the negativity, like us saying, show us your butthole. And the fact that FBI listens to Nickelback. So anybody that's out there bitching about how we behaved at the march, when you know how juggalos fucking behave when we're with each other, if you're butthurt about that, obviously you're a Nickelback fan. And I said this at the hotel after the fucking march was done. ICP had finished doing their shit, and I ended up explaining to them, man, everything that was going on, seeing how everybody was in unity, everybody was showing clown love, everybody that was there, these are the true fucking juggalos. People that weren't able to fucking go but were still in support, those are true fucking juggalos. And the people who, since the fucking minute that they found out that the march was appointed, have been talking shit, have been saying that these motherfuckers are doing the wrong thing. We're not a political group. Oh, it never happened to us, so I'm not gonna go. What's the point in going? We're all gonna get fucked with. And then the people who continue to talk shit after the march fucking happened and not seeing this spectacle with their own eyes. No hope for everything that was going on. And any of you motherfuckers that fucking try to claim Juggalo, you're wrong. You're fucking fake. You're only in it for the wave. And I'm saying that live right now. You motherfuckers are just here for the ride. You ain't nothing more than just fans. You're like Nickelback fans. And everybody hates Nickelback fans. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't give a fuck. I'll say it right now. As a matter of fact, I said it before. I'll say it again. You motherfuckers that have been talking shit since the inception of the march, and those that have been talking shit all the way through the waiting period for this shit. What up, scrub? All of you motherfuckers that have been talking shit from the inception to the march and beyond, and y'all fucking wear hatchet gear, you might as well take that shit off. You ain't real with it. If you ain't got no fucking love for that shit, that's the one thing that I fucking learned being at that shit. Like, do you realize what we had going on here? You did not see the spectacle with your own eyes. You know, this was actually the first time that I had ever been to Washington. And I went to go, you know, me and my girl, we ended up actually going walking up to the Lincoln Memorial, and it was just, it was fascinating to see that. It was a wonderful sight. And when ICP was on their set, me, Katie, CPN, Mac and Hose, Sister Hatchet, Juggalo, Beastmaster, Jinx, all of us were sitting on the steps of the fucking Lincoln Memorial in the National Mall, seeing across the reflecting pool the Washington Monument, and seeing the Washington Monument reflecting into the reflecting pool, while seeing our favorite fucking band perform in front of 1,500 juggalos. And it was drawing people from everywhere who were not down with the clown. It was a fucking spectacle that I don't think I'll ever see again in my life. And I am blessed to have been a part of it. All of those ninjas that were there, we were all blessed. Oh yeah, I forgot Maximum Overload was part of that as well. But we were all blessed to be a part of that situation. In all honesty, I believe that everything that happened this weekend, I think in all honesty, it showed everybody, all of the news media outlets out there, it showed the world that we aren't a gang. Yes, we might be a little bit different. And yes, we might not have acted the way that Sid Jones and Chuck Reeves might have wanted us to fucking act. I don't give a fuck. We're juggalos. We're always going to be the fucking outcasts of mainstream society. We're always going to be that. I accepted that the day that I first listened to Insane Clown Posse. But I honestly feel that we showed the world that this is just nothing more than us being a more hardcore fan base than any other fucking group. You could feel the love. In Psycho Scrub Clown, yes, there was so much love at that fucking gathering. My voice is fucked up right now because of all of the chanting and all of the screaming, all of the whoop whoops, all of the talking to all sorts of fucking media and shit like that, and talking to everything that, you know, talking to other ninjas and showing love. Another thing that you won't see, by the way, on any news media is one other thing too. And I will tell you this. What fucking gang member do you know that would be willing to walk into a CVS and go buy breakfast, lunch, and dinner for a fucking homeless man? Sure, it was like canned goods and microwavable soup and stuff like that. Me and Maximum Overload did that. There was another homeless man who you could tell had not eaten in like 2 or 3 days. And he was just babbling away. Like, he was like, blah, 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 blah. Because he was fucking hallucinating so badly that he wasn't, like, he practically had no idea what the fuck was going on. My girlfriend reached into our backpack and pulled out 2 fucking sandwiches and gave him a bottle of water. And he stopped, looked at the food, started eating it, and looked right at my girlfriend, and you could see in his eyes that he was giving her a thank you, because this man had not eaten in so long. And we did that just because. We did that because we care about people. What fucking gang members do that type of shit? And that, like I said, was something that you don't see. And I'm pretty sure that there were other juggalos in other groups that were actually doing that shit. And we got so much fucking love from people, juggalo and non-juggalo alike. And that was definitely something that you're not going to see on YouTube. That's not something that you're going to see on Facebook or Twitter or any social media outlet. You're not going to see that type of shit in news media outlets. You're not going to see that in the fucking blogger pages and shit like that. You're not going to see any of that. And Sid, you fucked up. If you were actually there, you would have actually seen some of the other shit rather than me saying, "Show me your butthole" to a fucking nurse. Blaine, I'm a better person than a lot of other people, especially the naysayers out there. And in the meantime, while we're fucking attending this march, we're sitting here listening to the speeches, we're sitting here watching the performances from like Onyx and Ouija Mac, listening to Madman Pondo speak, for God's sakes, and talking about everything that was going on. Seeing Rachel Paul speak, and Violent J and Shaggy speak, everybody that had spoke, everybody that had performed. It's a sight, you know, like while I'm seeing all of that stuff, periodically me and CPN would actually look on Facebook and see all the stupid shit that Chuck Reeves was posting. And the funniest thing about that is that "fuck Chuck Reeves" chant literally came out of nowhere. It was a bunch of ninjas that recognized CPN, and it just happened. Ryan Johnson even showed up on that shit. And another thing that you probably wouldn't have seen is Juggalos giving out free bottles of water. You know, it was going to be hot that day. Like in the middle of the fucking march. Like, Juggalos were giving out free bottles of water, and ninjas literally jumped over the barricades and went after them to get some free water. We were giving free water to each other. We were giving free water to people who needed it, people who asked for it. I was giving out free Faygo. You know, anybody who asked me if I had something to drink, I told them I had Faygo. I could give them a cold fucking can of Faygo. And yeah, that's all it is. It's butthurt. He fucked up royally. And as a matter of fact, dude, anybody that is still continually talking shit, anybody who's continuing to talk shit after everything that was going on with it, I'm pulling their fucking card. They ain't got no Juggalo card, because they ain't Juggalo. They didn't understand what was going on, and they fucked up. And I'm talking, and not just limited to just people like Sid Jones and Chuck Reeves. I'm talking Twisted. This proves everything that was going on. What is not about Violent J and Shaggy. Paul, to this day, I bet you, still thinks that it was all about Violent J and Shaggy and bumping up their credibility. And as far as I'm concerned, they fucked up. I will never buy another fucking Twisted album again. I don't care if M&E folds and they have to suck dick in order to get back on Psychopathic. Fuck Twisted. Hell yeah, I just pulled his fucking resume. I also pulled his fucking official Juggalo Club card. Because, dude, all this time he's been fucking talking shit and sucking Mono's dick for whatever little bit of pay that he probably gets from M&E. Was that all worth it now? You're continuing to talk shit. And now, as far as I'm concerned, that motherfucker was never Juggalo to begin with. The same thing with Sid Jones. Y'all might have the fucking tattoos on your arms of all of that shit. Now, you have those tattoos. I could cover them. You. Of the shame that you put yourself through when it concerns all of this shit with the mark. Was a wonderful fucking spectacle. And I honestly would not have wanted it any fucking different than what we had going on with it. Yeah, the only reason that Chuck went back to fucking talking shit on the march instead of going to it is because he's trying to fucking do whatever he can to top CPN. To prove that he's right about something. But he's continually wrong. And why fucking Juggalos continue to support that motherfucker is beyond me. Why motherfuckers are gonna continue to support Twisted over this shit is beyond me. I don't give a fuck about the music. What I give a fuck about is the love of the Juggalo community. And Twisted showed that they have none. M&E showed that they have none. Twisted Clown the Magic Ninja shows that he has none. Fucking Sid Jones shows that he has none. And Chuck Reeves definitely showed that he had none, where he backed out of the fucking march to go to Boston to fucking smoke weed at some hash bash that had absolutely nothing to do with what was going on. If that motherfucker who has the resources to be able to go to the fucking march actually went to Washington, D.C. and put down some fucking clown love, I think I would have a little bit more respect for him, and I think that he would still be fucking down with the clown in my eyes. But obviously, that wasn't important enough for him. So fuck him. Now, I'm almost home. It's been 46 minutes and 10 seconds. I'm gonna get out of here. I need to smoke a cigarette. It's fucking driving me nuts. Thank God I'm almost home though. And yeah, I know. He had to keep fucking Daddy Mono's dick warm. So I'm gonna get out of this bitch. And thank everybody for watching. I'm glad that everybody's showing that love. And I'm so happy to see so many of my friends from on here participating in the march. You know, much love goes to Maximum Overload, Child's Play Ninja, Mr. McInhose, Sister Hatchet, Jinx, Jiggy Low, Beastmaster. I also ended up bumping into Psycho Scrub Clown, Ryan Johnson, and Coma Black. I ended up bumping into him, and so many other people that I ended up talking to. Even that old lady that I fucking talked to at the Washington Monument. I give love to that woman. And that's all I have to say. Fuck you if you don't like it. Now show me your butthole.